A simple, deep breath can signal to your nervous system that it's time to relax. This is known as the relaxation response. When you breathe slowly and deeply from your belly, you activate the vagus nerve. This nerve is a key part of your parasympathetic nervous system, which is often called the rest and digest system. It counteracts the fight or flight response that keeps you alert and anxious. So just by breathing, you are telling your body with its own language that you are safe and it is time to rest. Did you know that your brain can't multitask effectively? It might feel like you're juggling a dozen thoughts at once, but in reality, your brain is rapidly switching its focus from one task to another. This rapid switching is exhausting. By focusing on a single, calm stimulus, like the sound of my voice or a simple fact, you give your brain a much-needed break. You are allowing it to stop juggling and simply be present. This single-minded focus is a form of mindfulness, and it's incredibly effective at reducing the mental clutter that often keeps us awake. Let's explore the concept of cognitive diffusion. This is a technique where you learn to observe your thoughts without getting entangled in them. Imagine your thoughts are like leaves floating down a stream. You can watch them drift by without having to jump into the water to grab them. When an anxious thought appears, like I have so much to do tomorrow, you can simply acknowledge it. There's a thought about tomorrow. You don't have to engage with it, debate it, or solve it right now. By creating this distance, you reduce the emotional power that thought has over you, making it easier to let it go and find peace. Here's a fascinating fact about dreams. While they can sometimes feel random or bizarre, many psychologists believe that dreaming is our brain's way of processing the day's emotions and experiences. It's like a nightly therapy session. During REM sleep, the emotional centers of your brain are highly active, but the brain regions associated with rational thought are quieter. This allows your mind to work through feelings in a safe, symbolic space, helping you wake up with a clearer emotional slate. So, as you drift off, know that your brain is preparing to do this important work for you. It's an automatic healing process. Perhaps you can picture a tranquil blue light, softly filling your room, washing over you with a wave of calm. Another gentle thought for you is the idea of set. We often strive for the best or perfect choice in everything we do, which can lead to decision fatigue and anxiety. Satisficing is the practice of choosing an option that is good enough. It's a psychological strategy to conserve mental energy. As you lie here, you don't need to have the perfect sleep posture or the perfect thought. You just need to be good enough in this moment. Allowing yourself to be simply good enough is a profound act of self-compassion that can bring immense relief and relaxation. Consider the power of a simple smile. Even a forced smile can trick your brain into feeling happier. The physical act of smiling activates neural messaging that benefits your mood. When you smile, your brain releases tiny molecules called neuropeptides to help fight off stress. Then, other neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins come into play too. So, even as you lie here with your eyes closed, you can try a small, gentle smile. Feel the muscles in your face shift. It's a quiet signal to your entire being that all is well. Let's think about gratitude. Neuroscientists have found that practicing gratitude can literally rewire your brain for happiness and contentment. When you focus on things you're thankful for, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the same neurotransmitters responsible for feelings of pleasure and well-being. You don't need to think of big things. It could be the comfort of your bed, the softness of your pillow, or the simple fact that you have this time to rest. That one or two things you are grateful for float gently into your mind. Feel the warmth that this simple thought can bring. Did you know that yawning is contagious for a reason? While we often associate it with being tired, one theory is that contagious yawning is linked to empathy and social bonding. It's a subconscious way we connect with others. Yawning also helps regulate brain temperature, cooling it down slightly. So, if you feel a yawn coming on, let it happen. It's your body's natural way of preparing for a state of rest and calm. A gentle reset for your brain before it settles into sleep. Your brain loves patterns and routines. This is why having a consistent bedtime routine is so powerful. When you perform the same calming activities each night, like listening to this audio, you are creating strong cues for your brain. This means you have the power to reframe past experiences. You can choose to focus on the lessons learned or the positive aspects of a memory, rather than dwelling on the negative. This doesn't change what happened, but it changes the emotional weight the memory carries, freeing you from its hold. Let's touch on the Zeigarnik effect. This is the psychological tendency to remember incomplete tasks better than completed ones. It is why you might lie awake thinking about an email you did unsend or a project you haven't finished. A simple way to counteract this is to make a plan. Jotting down your to-do list for tomorrow on a notepad before bed can complete the task in your mind. This simple act outsources the worry from your brain onto the paper, allowing your mind to release the task and relax, knowing it's been handled. Finally, think about the default mode network in your brain. This is the network that becomes active when your mind is wandering, daydreaming, or not focused on a specific external task. It's often associated with thoughts about yourself, the past, and the future. While this network is important for self-reflection, it can also lead to overthinking and worry when you're trying to sleep. By gently focusing on your breath or the sound of my voice, you are deactivating this network and giving your mind a rest from its own chatter. You are choosing quiet. As we come to a close, just allow these thoughts to settle. There's nothing more you need to do, nothing you need to figure out. You've given your mind a gentle path to follow, a path that leads away from stress and toward tranquility. Your only task now is to be here, in this comfortable, safe space you've created for yourself. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply, feeling your body grow heavier and more relaxed with each breath. Allow the silence to envelop you like a warm blanket. Sleep is not something you have to chase. It is something you allow to find you. Sweet dreams.